Rating One Piece arcs. This is a little series I wanted to undertake where I will be going through each arc in One Piece and giving my honest reviews. But without further ado, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Romance Dawn. Romance Dawn is a solid opening to One Piece. We get the introduction of key players like Shanks, Kobe, Luffy, and Zoro. We are introduced to the major forces in One Piece and the undertones of nuance painted on both sides. Romance Dawn is a solid arc, so I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Orangetown. Orangetown has a compelling message revolving around the idea of treasure. The perception of treasure varies from one's weight in gold to a measly straw hat. It's all about perspective. We get introduced to great characters like Nami and Buggy, and Zoro has a pretty badass moment where he carries a cage with Luffy in it and he has a severe stab wound. It's awesome. And of course, a dog fights a lion. Shushu is the peak of this arc, and his resolve brought me to tears. God damn it, I love that dog. This is another solid arc, so it gets a 7.5 out of 10 rating. Syrup Village. I'll be blunt, Syrup Village is mid. The only good thing about this arc was the Straw Hats and Usopp. The side characters were fine, but this arc becomes really low in my ratings because of Kuro. Kuro's plan was terrible for the amount of time he invested. Kuro is considered the second most intelligent person in the East Blue, but boy, did he not prepare for the unexpected. He deserves his L, and Syrup Village deserves a 6.5 out of 10. Baratie. The Baratie is the first great arc in One Piece. We get introduced to my favorite Straw Hat, Sanji. Don Krieg appears in absolute shambles after his devastation on the Grand Line. Mihawk pulls up like an absolute menace, and Nami leaves for her own personal reasons, raising the stakes. Zoro gets manhandled by Mihawk and swears to never lose again. Sanji's backstory is phenomenal, and Luffy shows some insane ingenuity with his fight with Don Krieg. Great moments, stakes, and world building. This arc gets an easy 8.5 out of 10. Arlon Park. Arlon Park is undoubtedly the peak of the East Blue. Our first introduction to fishmen and the cruelty of Arlon, which, I'll be honest, has some insane payoff later on. The pain and the emotion that Nami was forced to endure due to Arlon, her true self-sacrificing nature, and her amazing backstory that showed even further devastating sacrifice. And of course, the best moment of all is when Nami finally asks Luffy for help. He puts his straw hat on her head, and the boys pull up to Arlon Park like a bunch of bosses. Brilliant emotional fights, each character shines, and there is excellent character development. This arc is nothing short of amazing. I'm giving Arlon Park a 9 out of 10. Finally, Lockdown. Lockdown is an excellent ending to the prologue of One Piece. It's the height of the One Piece world building with cryptic messages that are still mysteries today. Zoro tests his fate with the cursed sword. Luffy smiles in the face of death. We have Tashigi and Smoker, who are the first genuine Marines we have encountered in the story thus far. This arc has some of the best moments in One Piece, but it was also pretty short, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. The East Blue Saga gets a collective rating of 8 out of 10. It's a great prologue for the overarching journey of One Piece. It excited me about the adventure to come, and when I look back on this saga, I have nothing but fond memories. It's crazy to think about the journey. So much has changed, so many new faces, and I can't wait to dive into the next saga rating with Alabasta.